Today na Monday, the 30th day of May 2022. Inside this week, we go welcome a brand new month when na June. But today, na Parliament we want for enter. Because we learn say 1/5 of the parliamentarians them 2021, the last quarter of 2021, they not attend no sitting. And a half of that one they for give him more money, because who that work, na him for it. Waiting na the role of parliament na the country. Is it that the country is so good? Everything is going on smooth. It's a smooth ride. So the parliamentarian and just think, say, well, there was no need for we for go for sittings. Because waiting do, all things they run fine. My constituency, all thing cool, lights day, water day, good road day, fear no to problem, all thing just nice. So no need for go parliament. I know say that the people then vote me in, but they are see all thing they work are so fine. What man for go extensive they go, where go self, wait till they go talk. Or for say all thing just the girl. So man go self we talk say better not the commodity self. So what make man for go straining self? The people themselves they know. I made them vote me in. They say no say they gonna ala no more knock table. Who make palava. I know more they go there for. So what thing are they need? Man get 1 or 2 hustle for catch. Man, what thing person they go straight again, they go to parliament for? Is that the reason? Why make you go get a job? Okay. Anyway, na salon safe. Well, I forget. I work out inside job. Where be say the description for your job is different from waiting exactly they do na the job. No, so I must say don't go do something. The person in the office lock. Either I go na market or I go na picking in school. And this person is still under the clock. So now I make what be one even count job inside. I can't realize say they talk about job again. That's why the people and they behave so. If the parliamentarian and they collect we money and still half of the sittings they not go. But then go sabi when then they pay when the money for Canada account. Then we they see how the country they go like how they go so. A lot of times people and they ask say, waiting parliamentarians then really with all waiting they go on, waiting they don't say, waiting. But this thing too pass mark, Let we come with A, B, and C for fix A, B, and C. When then take upon themselves without no institution. No come with say, okay, we want to do this, we want to do that, we want to do that. When are themselves take for themselves? When? But if person they go self sittings, if they go for debate, if they say they want to talk this, then I will expect the other parts of governance for work fine. Where the legislature, the one them where they set how we country, the laws and everything, Then they not to boycott them. Now go and need to go. Then they abscond. Then they AWOL. Or they not take the work serious one. So today, I can talk small about. You might think say they're not listen, but they do. Look, can talk small about Parliament. And they will help the speaker about profile some solution. We go end this one. But again, we parliamentarians then think say they're untouchable. Unless it can't by them party issue. Now they scared. But for we, the electorate then, I'll get 2 terms say first. Then they afraid we say first. Pass way election one come. And the 10 key member. Now I make you the see say the parliamentarians them. Yes, we get few. We get few. We don't say. But my dear, beaucoup are in kind side, and so the people in the bat then come on and go back. Because what you do? What you can do? The reason why the people then send them there for, then can do. Look, this last debate will then be the debate the president in speech. No ala no left when no happen inside it. Tito and SLPP MP they challenge the Speaker of the House. Say there is a rule. The Speaker get for nodding head, the Speaker get for give the go ahead before you talk. Uncle Honorable say no. I don't know who's rift there between him and the Speaker. When I say that day. Dr. Speaker give a chance to he not give a chance to he go talk with you and talk that day. Say other SLPP MP then come it and say, bra, sit down. He say no. You don't tell the speaker the sideline him. But the other day he come back, he come big. How serious we MP them take the job where the people of Sierra Leone give them? How serious? Or we not for able to assess them through sittings? Maybe let we go na the constituency them let we go see. Maybe they didn't they work. You don't get time for can't talk about na parliament. Is that so? If this parliamentary gets so, I'm sorry to say, then self and then it inside waiting they happen at the country so right now. Because then get them work for do. But you look no more now. Institute of Governance Reform, IGR, say about 1/5 of Sierra Leone MPs them not attend half of the sittings na parliament last quarter of 2021. Well, sometimes for meet up Christmas and be busy. Every day for Christmas yagba. The Sierra Leone Parliament scorecard, they say they present a monitoring report on the performance where the members of parliament then they do in the area of attendance and participation for attend sittings na parliament. The thing where then they pay them for. But now the same parliament here, Ou they pay them? Eh? They've been paid. And then be grab say, then for pay them for clothes. Where then they wear go. Clothing allowance, so then they wear go for the sittings. And say for pay them for that. Mm-hmm. Then get all that thing there. Where then say for pay them for. Apart from the monthly salary where then they collect. Yes. Let's continue. In the area of attendance and participation, we then can get debates, and this now for the period of from October to December. MLK say, he said they're not serious about their job, or they're not serious about the people that they represent. Waiting they care for. What's 3 months done? Then they get their alert. Say they don't pay them. The purpose of this particular tracking. Charles Ali, you say they're all are APC members, so no doubt. So now you be do the survey where you know say they're all are APC. Okay, I'll continue. The purpose of this tracking now for make we eye go open on them people here we responsible, the lawmakers there na the country, for let we know how committed them be in the different duties them. How committed? Wait till we find out. In total, na 20 parliamentary sittings them. Na in them been do. 20 from October to December. 20. Somebody say na YouTube, he say me they repeat what they like say me na teacher. Papa God, I think keep pulling on go here for online. And for make we understand. If I repeat word, no say if I pay attention to them. Just in case. You know I understand. Now you make, yeah? Okay. 20 parliamentary sittings. Now them be old. Yeah? And this now waiting then record inside the parliamentary attendance register. 20. And inside the register, they can also call them votes and proceedings. And when they say by attendance, they mean say MP them will be present inside the parliament the time for vote. So not to say pass you talk. Remember when I say all in favor say aye. All against say nay. Okay. Well, now they want in when they say person go, no me say person go dey on time. For a member of parliament for attend, no me say he reach there on time. All right. What do I mean by that? Because most of the time, Parliament not they start on time. And this one don't make the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Abbas Cherno Bundu, self no glady. And 4 parties them. Representative. I know they talk, we'll still get independent to get the chief them. But to get C4C, NGC, APC, SLPP. The 4 parties them. Sitting for start 10 a.m. And mostly now Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then they do sittings. 10 a.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays. Unless if they get something, they can announce it at the well and okay. That one they then sabi. However, Parliament they rarely meet on time. Mostly, they can always be 20 minutes late. Because there is a ruling say 25% of the members then for present before ever then go start a quorum. 25% of the members then for always day. So any kind way, then get for wait. Okay. All right. Well, Andrew Lavali be day na Radio Democracy where he explain about this particular report where IGL do for make we know exactly the money we parliamentarian and they collect if then they work for them. Let we listen them. Waiting a big for see.
I think the Parliament's reaction mixed. I see we get a very positive report, feedback from the Speaker of Parliament and some other leaders. You get some people and they say they're not glad about the way their performance. That is expected. Where you get a scorecard, you always expect people to talk to me, not to this my performance. Period where the report covered now from October to December 2021. In October, the 28th of October, when they do appointment of Zainab Hawa Mosiri and NEC, Honorable Charles Talk. On the 11th of November, the Agreement of Defense Industry Corporation, talk. On the 24th of November, the Appropriation Bill for 2022, talk. The 21st of December, the debate on the Committee of Supplies report, talk. Not to fake with a fake. This is not the first student this way they say he pass exam, they say me I not pass. Actually, they say you spoke and your citizens should be actually happy that you spoke, you represent them. We don't even need for make this, not to survey for say, then talk to me, no, say me, then not talk to me. This not to, he said, she said. This is not the parliamentary official data where Parliament don't make steps for their citizens and they access the information. It's all online. So you don't go see a report on your performance, they begin to say, no, this not to me performance. Whose performance is this then? And as a matter of fact, when you're a parliamentarian, you're a public figure. And when you're a public figure, always you're under scrutiny.
Yeah. Where Honorable Charles say, no. But let Andrew Lavalley explain.
In fact, Nana make they call you honorable. Because all your action get for be honorable. If there is a feedback on attendance, if I let attendance grow.
The information we get online will be cross-check for no how factual.
Not to me. If you get information online from IGR, then at the IGR official online information. You don't need for cross-check from IGR. Now IGR don't put your information online. If Parliament don't on their website, they don't talk say this not the official vote and proceedings. It get the parliamentary seal. Why I forgot ask?
You know, say most of the time where IGL come, now surveys then they do. So maybe some of the parliamentarians they were not glady. They not be understand who say IGL Institute of Governance Reform get this data from. So then they try for make let the data, let the reports not all water. But this data they online. Now Parliament save their own data. We mean to say, even the parliamentarians them, they know they check their own website. Eh? If then they argue with waiting Parliament put for them, or na that same way computer be cancelled when they say computer jump in name. Eh? If na Parliament put on the website, na the official say this person he attend this one when them be say for vote, this person not vote. So waiting now for begin question. Eh? Okay.
That website in a Parliament in official outlet that day. And Parliament of Sierra Leone don't make enormous steps for let them go open, let them go public. Will not ever happen before.
So side the mistake come out.
I don't make mistake there on my own part. I don't think it's a mistake there any side. It just stand like with citizens feedback say, no, now so they perform. Then you say no, not to so me they perform. So it's not to be mistake. Now I think so we just need for learn how to receive feedback. Okay, so now what other concern we come out doing the debates now that's the period we wanna do this particular report when October to December. Now time way Parliament can get series of activities them then get for debates the budget, finance act. So that means a member of Parliament then they be punctual, then you go and then you attend sitting and then you take part. So then question that particular period the where you bring out say now most of the absence. Well.
So it really happened. Okay,
well that one day, then for go watch then register. Because if you talk saying at this time here now when a boku present, and indeed boku of them present. But the waiting exactly day on that list, now recorded, now published. And this report is to name and fame, not to name and shame.
Concern will come up and this are from the speaker. They been talk about say yes. Waiting then we want to make the report focus on in terms of punctuality. So with that concern the way the speaker gets waiting on a do basically on a particular light day.
Punctuality now way somebody they come on time. Late now we not come. Waiting Parliament the record now we late. You come or you not come. They need to record when you come. Now that make the report recommend say let Parliament automate. When I say by automate, you get your ID card or you get you thumbprint. When you punctual, you come if they say 10 o'clock, you come, you stamp saying at 10 o'clock I come. If you come after 10, you come, you stamp say I come after 10. In the time when you go, you swipe back, you say I don't go this time. So
okay. These are solutions them, right? Because I want make we self now go can discuss, then we find some of the solutions them we think say for a Parliament. Because right now some people in the Parliament not glad for this. Even though now their own data, they're not glad at all. The speaker say therefore we don't focus on punctuality because now that side they in the vex for say they know they come on time. What about the one when they come at all? What about them one then we know they come at all? Because now they in two this report in focus on. Okay.
They track when you come and track when you go. Because Parliament not get that record, we cannot publish it.
Yeah. Hey. So the speaker they ask for a record we not in at the website. Okay. Then if IGL go the length and breadth for Kawitam, then they go ready for argue say na perception. Now they go ready for argue say na perception. Because anything when they come and say, Parliament come and say na perception. But the all them provide now, when they serve them with her, then say no. Number one. Definitely, they say for the clock in and out. I believe if they start on a parliament, MDs themselves go start now one day. If they start on a parliament, for clock in, you clock out. Yeah. Okay.
So now make we talk say parliament need for automate, they modernize more to the point of getting records on punctuality. If you get records on punctuality, the media and even civil society will use them.
So now with this particular mixed feeling we don't come up from parliament with regard this report, what's next?
We don't track the period from January, February, March. We already get the data. So we track, and Parliament don't do so well for letting them put the information online.
Hey, Parliament. I just say they don't track already from January to March. And everything they online. I hope say that website don't get problem. I hope say that website no go get problem. Because you sabi ou country. Left for one reason, the website go down, or the data where they begin go there can be something we go please into all the parliamentarian them. Until you understand what I mean, You understand what I mean? Because the data not they appear so na person they put on there. And I'll be say the and pack fine for her. Since they know now say we're all hiding at the website. And I say, okay, well, what the possible we can put this thing at the website? Again, Jamba. Person himself is don't I say they make fine money. Oh no one dandy. Yeah. I'm not deceive we. Yeah? Because in Sierra Leone, nothing is impossible.
And me no want for let them discourage, for let them stop for the put online. They need
You don't hear, Hey, let them not stop just now. Shaq say, he say, oh, be the later they go school, let me they punish we. So why the parliamentarians then for be an exception? And I say because now then they make the law.
for continue for the put online. If this continue for be the democracy of Sierra Leone, they just strengthen, because what that mean citizens they get a medium now, or a means for letting check the members of parliament, and members of parliament they go respond to what citizens they want, and they will go parliament for do their work. This not to for let them pull MP or they not pull MP. This one will track attendance, debate for sit down at committee, go do work, make effective policies. Now the MP work that one day. We all need for track whether they do that work. I think
One for say thanks to Radio Democracy, because not through them make Weboyeri and Gulavali of IGR where he explain how it gets hold of this particular data where they put on a report. Waiting then do so, now then work. So why for vex? And I like the fact now say Andrew Lavali not talk about political party. Because even at the comment just now see somebody they 1 point finger. You not talk about political party. We talk about parliamentarians them. We dey talk of parliamentarians. And even when this one become up na parliament, the speaker no point finger pa whose party or whose party. Then talk about parliament, the parliamentarians, then the sittings them. I think now just they stay focused on I don't know. We try for shift. Because they don't come to politics, we try for shift. Say na then one day. The one they will collect data, not talk nothing but political party. Nothing. But then work, whether they take the taxpayers' money for pay them, now then take them, give them report card, so I'm vex. Say the report's not correct. Why? Parliament get to work na the country. Then self na arm of the government. And they get big work. Parliament self responsible for waiting they go on at the country. So if the sittings them 1/5 not attend half of sittings, 1/5 not attend half of the sittings there. But you know what? The electorate, after electing parliamentarians, that's it. And they will work done. We're not going to see them again past next election. They've get to say, he said Tripoli, if the parliamentarians they were absent at the end of the month, then get full pay. That means say, then they receive the taxpayer and salary. When I will taxpayer, then they take pay them without they not do the work. And now when in a corruption. So who say ACC go there on this? ACC, Parliament. Good luck with that. Number one, Parliament say forget a clocking service. That's what me feel. And then forget if na fines. But again, what if? Because if you want to punish person, then wait till reach come for debate. We then get for say the eyes, and the nose have it or the nails have it. And then himself go ready for payback. But I am alone. And the parliament this. May I just the hope say they're not doctor. You know it too Kimi will talk about doctor, eh? You know the website or the man where they input the data na the website. They not pack for her. But salon people, they not respect punctuality. Appointment we go get post you 1 o'clock, it go can 2 o'clock, or even he not show up safe. I get judge. Let's look out Usman Toli. Make we waiting he gets for it today. Welcome on board, Usman Toli. You get the platform, sir.
Okay, Triple A, thank you for having me. And also, I will thank Radio Democracy because now from them we get this information. And they thank all the listeners and viewers. Them. 1/3 of Sierra Leone MPs them they say they not attend half of the sittings in the last quarter of 2021. That is to say, they not attend October, November, and December. And we all know, say, Salon Parliament, you get 146 MPs. 132 of these are elected members them, while as the 14 are paramount chiefs. So it may come 146. So if they say 1/5 of Sierra Leone MPs, they not attend half of the sittings in the last quarter of 2021, this means roughly about 30 of them. Because 1/5 of 146 is about 30. You go wonder, you go probably say this is not a small number, but it's not. When it comes to representation, na parliament, 30 is a big number. And it go interesting for those say Parliament are the most important institution in we country because they represent we all in that country. Dey. The fact that we all not able to represent ourselves in Parliament, Parliament now they represent we. So we they choose members of Parliament for go represent we. So Parliament now the body what they expect say then for the lead by example. But here is a clear case scenario who say they're not able to lead by example. Parliament now then they make laws that are country. Dey. We expect say as a lawmaking body them for be credible, then for represent we, and for make sure say them perform the oversight function, and also responsible for the ratification of agreements. But if Parliament wait for maintain the highest punctuality, if Parliament wait for day or at all times for represent we, then the lead absenteeism and punctuality is a disgrace. And one thing also I notice whenever it comes to IGR, when at the Institute of Governance and Reform, one thing Parliament not can always endorse the survey where this institution they make in another country. We can quite remember some time ago where IGR been present the report on the credibility of the institutions here. Yeah, in terms of corruption. You see Parliament being come out, criticize the survey. So I not say this time around, this data where they report on, it come out directly from Parliament. Not the way they record na their own website. I listen to you, AAA. But it's a shame. It's a shame. Because if Parliament were supposed to be the most powerful institution of the country, they always come out, they reject data. Always they come out, they argue on things them where make sense. I think say that is serious cause for concern. And make no mistake, punctuality and absenteeism it damage a lot of institutions them, not only in Sierra Leone, but all over. You know how much amount of money, amount the economy they lost through punctuality and absenteeism? You know how much money there are other countries and they suffer in terms of punctuality and absenteeism. Now make in other countries, I mean, when I say other countries, we're very serious about administration. They're not play with punctuality and absenteeism because now make up the economy. And in Sierra Leone, it was interesting for no say punctuality and absenteeism is like a culture. We all know, say, when it comes to absenteeism and punctuality, we don't get respect for anything in our country. That was why when the president, His Excellency, the president, Julius Maada Bio bin kind power, I mean, they do spot checks. If we all can quite remember, we kind of power, we all applaud and maintain and if they do spot checks, now they institutions for ensure say people can go on time and that people can present. But in the first few months or first year after that, all things just disappear. So we not see the president go along with that agenda day. But it was a good one. Even if not be enough for being carried on with that agenda day, I think say if you be nominate a group or somebody wait for the carry out and checks then I think say if I make a big difference, but the president not being decide for go ahead with that. But make no mistake, brothers and sisters, punctuality and absenteeism, it get big implications in our economy. So as I say, if the lawmaking body no respect punctuality, I think is a disaster. We head towards disaster. And this is why we always occur in that country. The institutions them, they're not credible, they don't get respect. People and they behave anyhow they want to behave in their offices. There is no professionalism. Sometimes we all know I mean, for a good number of who they listing, sometimes they go to office. How many times they go to office? They say the head of that office not the day. Sometimes you go sit down for the all day or almost half of the day, and they wait for that person the way they can sign that paper for you. I can imagine, for we who can do some import and export, sometimes they will tell you, say the man where they sign this paper, carry it. So we wait for them. So one of the areas them where any serious government get for look into that country day is in terms of we timekeeping record as well as we time we attendance. Very, very important. So now let me look at the implications, because I don't talk about why absenteeism and punctuality now a thing where it cause so much distraction to economy. I think Shaga for look at some of the implications. One of the implications, I think this is why they worry the MPs them. They worry on that report, because we know say their own functions na parliament na for represent with the citizens them. So if a report or data don't come out where show say they're not serious about their job, they not take the office seriously, they are not professional, because somebody when they attend go on time, they respect attendance. I think say now somebody also where they suffer from unprofessionalism. So this means say in the next election, some of the MPs here, they are likely not to return to parliament. So now one of the implications is why make them object to this report. And the other thing also, the absence of them people here just means say, then they underrepresent them constituencies them. Because each time we're not going to that parliament day, it means the view of your representatives them or your constituents them, it lacking on the parliament on that day, because you are representing a group of constituents them. So when you not go that day, so it means those constituents are not represented. As simple as that. I no wonder, we know they see a lot of oversight functions. We all know say one of the functions of parliament that for perform oversight functions them. But if this parliament or other parliament them, they know they attend to time. Yeah, and they know the attendance record is not good. It just simply means say some of the oversight functions them waiting for the perform, they're not able to perform them. That's now one of the implications as well. And I think I like that. I think you mentioned that too, Triple E, in terms of if they put pressure on them on this data, it is possible, it is likely or highly likely that next time this data they're not going to put on their website, or if they therefore put on their website, they therefore get a cunning way where they go do them, because they no say they're going to monitor this data, so they go decide for abandon the data at some point. And what's in the recommendation? Yeah, we don't listen to the implications. What's in the recommendations? One of the recommendations, I think a good number of you already don't mention that, is that with this modern technology, the world on the advance. We all know what in technology don't they do these days. Yeah? And we know technology don't reduce fraud. Technology don't reduce absenteeism. Technology don't reduce punctuality. This is a technology world. So clock in, clock out is an easy system. It's an easy system. And the issue of the issue of deliberating whether MPs, whether the data is correct or not, then they get rid of them through the clock in and clock out system, because that's it is show automatically, and that this they happen now almost even African countries. Then a technology way very common. It's not very expensive. I think say now one way and the way then go look into that. We don't know. I don't know, to be honest, whether the ethic committee can involve panenkai activities, yeah, because in terms of discipline, I think say now the ethic committee in the parliament now can look into some of these ethical issues, and I don't know whether it is part of the responsibility. This no go only commit myself to this, but I think say now some of the areas and this in terms of recommendation where I feel say parliament for do. So I will stop here. I'll give chance to other panelists then. Thank you very much, Triple A, and thanks to everybody with the listening.
Thank you very much, Usman Toli.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Like our two friend, Lewe waiting na you take on this one. Welcome on board, friend. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Triple A, for giving me the platform, and thanks to all the listeners and viewers. Regarding this IGR survey and the initiative for try encourage parliamentary and for go. I believe that the main theme that one day or the main primary reason because na Friday talks not for shame them, but na for fame them, so that they go able to go do their purpose. You know, say the purpose of the parliament and then get the administrative function. Most times we then get for go perform as part of some of the functions with the parliament day. But the parliament will only function when the parliamentarians are ready. Because you can't talk of blood. It's just saying no more now you vein and artery if your blood not circulates there. So you get forget these people that already function there and then they go there for go make policies, do argument, and then they create a room for then go get a discussion and a dialogue. That not the actual purpose for the good day. So now they for go give back a feedback of what's in the happen and make ready for other way where they will come with the feedback solutions for come back, can see the people and come do what they need for do. But you go draw a line and give a lot of variable reasons. Say this time might be a reason for them to go, or lack of something interesting, or the way when they say for give them time for let them go get active parts for discuss, or some passionate reasons, or just again for the summary of it where you go say now you make up all this small tier. Now that culture, that belief, that method say now so it be, we know they get this, we know the repercussion, we know they get a recall of a parliament, say let me come out of time, we for meet up, look can begin to discuss things, una come, look can tell una what you for do, then we give una warning, they'll discuss this. They know they see anything further where the time for say this is a disciplinary line within the take. So all I did one day for years. So all it was like going and then just being there for the purpose we need for when you for come. So you don't they flop say the gap if go there in between times, we then get for no who that get for can what they need for talk. Maybe my department, then bring a discussion. All those we then get for voice and things, and you know they do. We don't hear many things. So you see how things go. The journey we wanna aim for, we will take for reform. You know they go because we get that culture. We don't do the journey. You know they take the culture for like we change it. Now so we get for put strategy policies. We do things and we will put the country. The interest will go before. And the purpose, you will say, now let me look at it this way, say, let put me more to send me money day, according to that slogan. So in terms of, you they take part, for let you go put effort so that you go support something for let you, what they don't talk about. So now we don't talk say now one don't talk say we change the country, we develop the country, we put things in place. We don't they talk about them, but we don't know how put the money in the place of that. I mean, when they put the money, they put them most day. So waiting when they put by talking and people they get for receive them. So you get for put that you not, I mean the money where you need, or the energy in terms of energy, or your strength, or your willingness towards outside you be don't talk about something. And when you don't talk about something, now you get for put the effort for like you can say and they change them. So all this get for dinner on our mindset, this now our job, this now working place, this now office, the other side now, we say now we on field, we now laboratory, now we people now they go meet, and they go perform the actual thing we need for do. So you get for see all interest they are see, then they been at the mind, but it can't to how they get for be committed. So we find out say because of this again, you don't see say Boku MD then they withdraw per meetings where they need for go. Because then they see the chain work between the MDA them, the CSO them, the parliamentarians, and the very one the way that the executive leaders them at the place, the coordination, something they go. And then the attendance from the other subsection they were called, they go in the way we say, you not come, you forfeit this, we not come, you forfeit this. So you get question, I would say, well, with all waiting the non put as laws, because I guess the section where now I think that section chapter 4, I think chapter 6, chapter 6 of the constitution. Now from there I believe say then begin to show the waiting at the legislator in terms of how the parliament established, the members of parliament, their duties, how they elect them, how they get right for talk. If for say you get for no English with what they call a kind of proficiency, a degree we get a proficiency that has something we able for use for them to get chance for talking at parliament. So you see all these conditions that they follow them, say na him who not therefore put in action. But if we not just follow, say, would they follow them in terms of when would they talk about the constitutional law there, when we want to bring something in parliament for me or say, nothing about they go bring them, they will have left them, then they begin to doubt now, say, well, when they talk, say, now code of conduct, where people are not they follow, then how the code of conduct will not expect the MD them, will not code of conduct for surpass them. So you see, even today we are in the MD there, then get for call the attention and say, well, una will not come, una not go get the favor because una snub with the parliament, una ignore we, una not show we yeah, we are interested in a kind of negligence or we are not interested from what thing we do. So we say if anything on account case now, we have something for look budget or that thing, we already look at. So you see, say they try for trend now to the MDs them, forget see now the culture of the parliament where they for them put them people they are all come together. When they get decision for discuss, you go here if they talk about Black Johnson, if they talk about the education, if they talk about that area there. So in the final say this are the area we will not get for put the input. But remember again, some of the parliamentarians are elected. Selected members then. Exactly one they were all key positions inside the parliament where it be say the economy, the infrastructure, the health, and other areas. And some of them are selected people. So I don't know now the area of their own power for letting go for Canada parliament. So you will see their own areas they can always call for the MDs there for candidate. And the MDs in back no they come. So you get for see certain things they only affect. So the parliament I get for structure there, una we all sensitive areas in the government where una no say when they discuss something. Now we not begin to say well this is not relate to this, but anything where the substance towards health, you know say they do it now, you get for day. If they're not sitting an agenda inside the parliament, now this particular would discuss, they get for no say this is not a framework of parliamentarians they will need for letting go day, a framework of the one they want at the MDs and get for day, and the CSO them back because they said they don't ask for a seat. Now parliament then we will do. Now for they say the player your own part for them will show them function between the relationship we then get for the people them to the parliament, so to the parliamentarians, and then they will mediate their solution and they bring in a parliament. So they will get a quicker, fast track action. So you see that this coordination, they say they try for bill as CSO. And then the parliament now they try for HIBAMP and the MDs. And because see today, them call the people they wouldn't do the environment, information, fire force, mines, and then some of them are the gallery, and then I call they say, when I can't done at the gallery, I can't sit down there. Una come with me. So you see, they have directly been told this, they even pass a motion. So, but what about the motion now, where they make them people there, where they come inside and go feel say they are welcome, not welcome in the sense say they're welcome for getting, but the one they were concerned about what they get for brain. Then we go wait, say, no, go make document to check them, or then go wait, say, no, go check a reference, or then we wait, say, no, we wait for that document for the pass, or will go according to constitutional rules. So you see all this chain work in the delay because of attendance, bad culture, and then the method they put in a parliament say these are the method who they argue. People then get forget the eye of the speaker and then people get for be very good speakers, debaters. But again, some of them will not know the talent of debating. So in the convention, they give them. But it all comes down to the structure where they get for put one, they get for create something where they make them know the fear that ethics the rule where they will put, they don't not just put as a principle, but some of them section they are we don't dinner from that the constitution. They get for look see these are things them we get for help because one. You as a speaker, it will even help you less for some of the things that we find out say because the dialogue in the create time where the people in the debate in a healthy environment, and then you put those rules behind, and then there is a follow-up. And you don't forget to follow up. That's why the clerk of parliament they did. Because you now you the clerk and they told them I forget say this thing have been discussed. We'll not discuss it. Let them they get even a roll call of ticking. That should be part of the parliamentary. We'll not hold the next session if we not do this. We'll not hold this session if we not do this. So when these areas of strictness, will not discuss this particular thing, and then will not go into any other project. Let me see, we don't discuss if at the audit report before we go because now cleansing. So we will know who will fall today, we go to a new form. But if you just say no more, you put layers, and they always say layers, you know the structure. Then you go able to count with the action. We say this now, no change this unit, we attack them. Then you find out that culture for that journey, you know, go work at all. And the same culture, people then will just they say and look when they want correct, and they say they hear the few people there will begin to complain. Then they forget say no to that because in they feel inconvenient, whether not for your own style we don't create within himself because you get other agendas. And but when you get other agendas, you get for tell we say now this I don't go do, now this work I don't go do. Why I go do them? That's for profit. The work where the government they do. I don't go help you now. Sometimes I then go say I go clean people them. Just an example as a layman, or I go talk to them people there. But many times we only notice the administrative work because they are busy trying to do other things where it busy sometimes now either lobbying or actions of trying to just have social life or because of personal reasons or constitutional meetings them where they say, okay, you get for go now this particular place for go do this. But again, when they see it again and they go, some of them they form groups within the opposition and the sitting party, then they say, no, go make oversight, then go give them cash, then go and go look they come. No progress. Here comes again. All the things that are the for the pussy. If we not deal with these things, we'll not go before because they reduce the time. What they spend, then almost 12 hours they spend it. Now midnight, then almost midnight, 10 o'clock. And they go for cook for commodity just for try debate on a speech. So when now we will be able to get development, when we will get written policies and when they make them go, then they do them, but at times the time when they spend for other things, they're not going to debate them so that the things then go, no, do this, we finish butter, no, go back, we discover. When things that they can't hear, then they can't hear. And during the argument, they see people and they debate and they try to go to things when they even lead we to that so-called peace and reconciliation, if they come out of it. Because when they come, then they can't chastise. If now one person they can chastise and force fine, chastise the area fine, and then they begin out their own speech. Other man come back again, he prays, they go chastise. So it's time for us to say yes, it's all part of the discussion. But this time when they discuss or when they create more fire. For let una no go inside the truth and reconciliation. Well, every day when I debate or they talk about it, today self when I discuss parliament when they talk about it. So this is how they get for look into that. With the recording when they say they do that thumbprint or that thing, that electronic system, they get for introduce and with timing. So that one they all will count on you. Even if it costs for let them reduce some of you with the reimbursement or whatever, then they give per diem, whatever, so that you go able for do this. And then if when they wouldn't know them, they communicate to the people and get phone. Even when people on they out to them radio station, yeah, let them go they give them alert. Say this is what we expect to if when a man they come, when I get for tell them, say them get for go under because you're not good, they're not going to get anything for una. But again, when you think that I'm going to say, well, if I go again, the reward not good. Now, for us, it's a catalog of events. Get the good, the bad, then go for shifter. We don't let know say we give a national development plan. We now for all man, they will make our put up. All man will get. Then we give all man time for talk. But you will come back still to the point of continuous dialogue. So we are not going to get problems. Say your own argument we don't bring. Go bring record. We not understand them. we they see them they talk in a parliament with fact of the issue. But because of young place and the way they talk and the speaker, you always catch you say, oh, well, you not acting or you want to think where you read the records the way you give me. But what you they talking actually not fact. But it can't be you get for no, it's not page 22 or page 1 this. You talk so the message it will sink. Even when you read the message, but that written document, we said they get for endorsement because there are areas I believe say they can put certain things in to record apart from the voice clip. So these are the things they would then get for look into so that we will get development in that place. Now the things that they like to them so wouldn't they see, but hand for hand they don't know. Because today, as we see, as I've been talking before, we see the speaker, you go directly to the MD them. Even a short term about this, they see them pass a motion. But we think say as soon as they go do them structurally, where you will beep and all thing, then we will see they develop. Even when they blame say the MD them, that they get more, that we talk about the permanent secretary them, but that now the shadow government, we will not they see, and that's that the shadow government so they disappear. And that shadow government that they always they link with documents, that they know how that money they go, and then they price strategies them. When they say now on come, let we listen how they come, they are never there. But let them think of always prioritizing the areas they want to talk about health, food, and other things, and energy. Then people like they know see they are the basics then for the day. Now parliament. Whether then the law and then get for change, one who will know about and therefore I know how to talk to one more, but then get for change rather than they select and rather than they elect for being member of parliament. Go get actually the chief then they will get the woman and they will get people and other sectors, not to people and not one they wouldn't elect, but members of parliament. You get even religious bodies and they. But they see some people and they've actually sacrificed for attend and they try to do their own very best. But sometimes they get for wait for documents, they get for wait for this. Some people are not already there. But all count down to many reasons. We're in as a speaker, and then with others them who did it, they for try come on board, try. No, then we're able to do that administrative function of the government. We side and we see that the economy would try for look into if not mortal man in life we want to do a human capital or they look to now so we get for go. So that even the opposition they did it, but not in that toxic way, then we only wait for men and tongue to come if they ain't tongue get for come. But for let you go see they do something where they take record in data, they always affect the leadership of any areas, but only hope say the government will look into this, gonna serious thing about attendance and a laziness when they know they go, because we all know they know who side then they go. So this is what we go for, but not to means of going there, they're the problem. Now then they create means of not going there. If you're not getting means of not going there, that would have been better. But they create means of not going there. When you're creating means of not going there, you deprive the one day we expect you for good day, for good what you need for do. And because of them, they gradually understand. But now the social media, the impact on the brain, they not even know. Now fast tracking and they know. If the people are all able to get to, all man they listen to that they do radio, so all man listen to them Facebook and they see how things and they go. Gradually, that catalog of events and they see how and they follow up. You go see when they go before them the citizens then somebody then they're not going to say in that forceful way or then go do anything, but then go feel belittled if they make people that we understand. Exactly if you know how for participate, exactly when things can be hard because now everybody they see the tension, when that squeeze system they go on. Everything is squeezed. Your economy is squeezed, your pocket is squeezed, your wallet is squeezed, for let you go spend, for let you go live. So you get for reflect down, they say, what you they do about? I can't tell me because you be dealing with them, they talk about it's not nobody. But in the final say the message is never flowing. And every day they repeat history. The parliament of one thing we don't have to like we see them bring that and we say the land day. But this supposed to have been systematic, step by step. Everybody they know. But by the time when we realize people and get for no, and actually they say we realize we don't need push the people so far. This time they are aware now of everything. But what can we do? Whether we do it or they know will make we do them. And how they will make let we not do them, they know will put you in the again. Thank you very much for giving me the platform so that the leaders then will put their head who they get for need the money for the then they know see then get for put contribution in terms of building a country and helping a nation. That parliament, they are the main heart of that country. They not just take and say in a building, in a place inside the hearts of the living of the citizens. And they thank you very much. Let go help you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Usman.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yes, sir.
I want to say thanks to Usman Toli for your submission today, and also Usfriend for his submission. You had a listen, now your opportunity now. 1/5 of Sierra Leone Parliament, half of the session, October to December, 20 sittings. 20 sittings. So let's say 10 of the sittings, then they 1/5 of the parliamentarians them not attend. Then they're not even they say parliamentarian them. Women say even the chief them, all of them that are in the house. Now then talk about. They're not pinpoint say political party or independent or no. Sierra Leone parliamentarians. MPs there. Not them. 20 sittings. 1/5. No attend. Half of them sittings then they win at 10. And now they don't make they look good at all. Now then they vex. I don't know, it sweets me or it funny or unable to understand. Whether they vex, but then you know like when you take your report card, you know open them. You take your report card, you know open them. But maybe the teacher be don't tell you say you pass, you know open them for look. You carry and go. Then you can get a shocker. Can realize say you fail. Then you begin feeling for defend yourself. Begin feeling for defend yourself. Now in this so. Seriously. Now in this. 232-78990-991 232-78990-991 and our WhatsApp 1-646-610-3107. That's my United States. 44-739-8030-402. That's my United Kingdom. But if you feel say we don't deliver, then in the next 5 minutes we go left here and come back tomorrow. The parliamentarians they take to parliament within the constituents, we the voters them, waiting our views and we concern them. If then they do that day, I want believe say but positive development go on there na the different constituencies them where then they come out. I hear Taylor they suggest. But not say parliament until me, but we don't talk and I have plenty time. The local again for just vote for them. We see them go to parliament and for please them party. Until that one they change. Because we will vote for them. If the party say they misbehave, then do waiting, they not ask them for do. The party can boot them out come out today. So because of that, then loyal to them party, pass me and you. If that they not change, forget it. We just there for put them there for them party. Yes, caller, you there live on here. Your name and the call from, please.
So Ezekiel, I call from Washington.
Yes, Ezekiel, 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you so much, Triple. I think at one time we talk about the indisciplined way they go on. You know, the same thing. You know, it starts from the top. You know, one of the panelists they indicate where the president they come to power. You know, he show up in one hospital. You know, we see the magic and everybody was happy that hey, they can't see how people and they be really conscious about time. But you know, you can only give what is in you. If you don't get that, you don't get that. You just they pretend, you know. Mr. President, it look like say you the only get time because the military has a policy, so you can't avoid it. But if you know they inside you, that foundation, we having they talk to students there, they talk about laying the foundation. You see skyscraper, a foundation, not about pan body, a foundation, not about one flat, you know. And so we bridge the camp, we know say and the way they spend 1 month for lay that foundation, they go up. You know, not the same thing. You know, if you they just copy because people and they do them or the system say you for do them, they make you be the do them. You know, sometimes you they are justices, or sometimes you know they are justices at all because you know they inside you. The moment you get authority, you know they exercise them again. And so the indiscipline they start right from the top. You know, the president can with that magic, you know, after 1 week or 1 month, he relax. And so everybody follows. You know, so for letting somebody even go on the media, you the defender, that means the guy, the very guy where they defend this whole issue is a defaulter. Because if he not be in hand be clean, if I don't say me, I want to the one the way they be absent. Because this you know fine. Because me, I be present all the time. So he could have defended himself, but he defend institution so that he when a part of the defaulter, you know, go stand out, we not go know say in back na culprit of this whole problem. You know, it's very sad. It's very sad. So if you way una for go arrange a country issue for make sure certain work una not show up. So what do you think is gonna happen? It's sad. And you know, some of the things that to be honest, Mr. said not be no. Because when they say one future be try for no how many members. And so one of the panelists play them out for we. It's very, very nice. You know, it's fine for all we know that. And then when you tell me, say, then they only meet twice a week, for God's sake. The teachers are waiting to go every day, 4 days for the 5 days for the week. Now, here they are crying for their salaries, and una for show up only twice for the week. Una not they show up, then they cry for wardrobe. Can you imagine that? I God deliver them. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel.
Okay.
Well, look like see we don't do well. Phone line not busy, so we're gonna call it a night. Salon Parliament. Please, una begin for clock in and clock out. So if possible one boycott safe, it dey clock out. I can't look. Because you know say we clock out, it dey tell on your paycheck. If it if you say some man go boycott, because we don't see boycott. You think say on a democratic right for boycott, so if you dey boycott, you no need for clock out. I mean, I ain't go sweet me. When one boycott, remember say, but if I boycott this sitting right now, me paycheck, you know go correct too. So the political party don't say, as the one and they begin so unalo waka gonna do. You don't ready for waka all 9 members say paycheck go reduce. Someone no go dey make for boycott. You go make like say they go na they take restroom break. Also. So Parliament. No me if they count clock in and clock out, now that party I want no more. If we ready for boycott, we una all and team up so they gonna do. If they go for clock in, then they gonna do. Let's see. I did a film. A film not so go happen. I left here. We'll be there back tomorrow. But please, knock out that system there. And the people who they input the data at the website, then I'll go pack for now. I begin post you know this if una put on the. No one that. Yeah? Or una begin give you wrong information at the website. Since at the website, I left them bo. We arrange. What in they want see now they give them at the website. No want that too. No want and do ya. Yeah? Una give you correct thing. I do na work. We self they do we work. Then we make Salone a better country. We'll go there back tomorrow. Till we meet again, Tripoli say, Tata.